He is reading Good News, not King James, so you may not get the same translation.
As she well knew, Judah's youngest son, Sheila, had now grown up, and yet she had not been given to him in marriage. When Judah saw her, he thought that she was a prostitute because she had her face covered. Verse 16. He went over to her at the side of the roadside. All right, how much do you charge?
Now, so I was trying to explain that. How did Tamar know that if she dressed like a prostitute, Judah will be attracted? Don't forget that Tamar had married in the family of Judah. And so somehow she knows Judah. There is something she knows about Judah. And she knew what attracts Judah. Because if she knows that Judah doesn't give attention to prostitute, why would she dress like one to go and wait at a particular place to wait for Judah? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah? Anytime the altars of your family is looking for you to destroy, they will find a man to help you. When the altars are looking for you to destroy you, they will find somebody. For example, if an altar of fornication or adultery is looking for somebody to destroy the person, the altar will find another lady ready to commit. So when you see a young man that the devil want to destroy, or the foundation of the family want to destroy, the altar will look for a friend. Like Ahithophel gave counsel to Absalom. Right? Absalom slept with Tamar. I'm sure it's Absalom. When he slept with Tamar, it was his friend that gave him advice as to what to do. So anytime something in your background want to fight you, it will definitely find somebody to help you. You may not know that it is an altar. You may not know it is coming from your background. That is why the moment you finish, your eyes open. And then you ask yourself, why did I do what I did? How did I find myself in this situation? Can I continue?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
How much do you charge? He did not know that she was his daughter-in-law. She said, what will you give me? He answered, I will send you a young goat from my flock. She said, all right, if you will give me something to keep as a pledge until you send the goat. What shall I give?
These are all transactions. At this time, transactions is taking place. Now, so watch me. You see, for one act, a transaction has to be made. For one act. Do you understand what I'm saying? For emotional pleasure, a transaction has to be made. For emotional pleasure. So is it possible that for family glory, a transaction was made? For emotional pleasure, for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, at most 5. For that emotional pleasure, a transaction has to be made. For somebody to have power, for someone to rule and to reign in a family, same way it is possible that transactions were made. Are you getting it? All right, so let's continue.
He said, what shall I give you as a pledge? She asked. She answered, your seal with its cord and the stick you are carrying. He gave them to her. Then they had intercourse. And she became pregnant.
They did what?
They had intercourse.
Oh, come on, please. Don't behave like you don't know what the Bible is. What did they do?
They had intercourse.
Wonderful. They had fellowship. Mhm. And out of the intercourse, now hear this. Out of the encounter with Judah and Tamar, something happened. Out of that encounter, Tamar became pregnant. Out of the encounter between Judah and Tamar, Tamar became pregnant. And when she became pregnant, the amazing part of the story is that she was pregnant with twins. The act produced pregnancy. And Tamar was pregnant with twins. That is the story. That is, I want you to see something from there. Now, so go to 29, verse 29.
But she pulled his arm back.
Let's start from 28 so they can get it, they can follow.
While she was in labor,
so she was in labor.
One of them put out an arm. Mm-hmm. The midwife caught it, tied a red
Are you
thread.
reading from verse 28?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let's
He said, while she was in labor, one of them put out an arm. The midwife caught it, tied a red thread around it, and said, this one was born first. 29. But he pulled his arm back, and his brother was born first. Mm-hmm. Then the midwife said, so this is how you break your way out. So he was named Perez. So
the first one was named what?
Perez.
Perez. So the first son, Judah's two sons died. Remember? His two sons died. So these are other sons that were born to him by Tamar. And the first one was called Perez. All right?
Yes, sir.
Then the second one was called Zara or Zerah. Okay, so these are the two sons of Judah. Powerful. What a powerful story. Say two sons. Now let's go to Genesis 49. And I want to show you something. Genesis 49, we are reading the Good News. Same Bible, same translation. Genesis 49, verse 8. We are reading. Please, I want you to follow.
Judah.
Now, in Genesis 49, Jacob had called all his children. And he said, gather and let me tell you what will happen at the end.